of ours, Avi Posner, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, David.
What's your impression of President Biden talking about a relentless diplomacy, an era of that beginning? What does this mean for the U.S. right now with Afghanistan?
It sounds good. I am a diplomat. Yes. I'm all for relentless diplomacy. Question is, what do you do? I mean, here we cannot ignore that there was a fiasco in Afghanistan, whether it is a diplomatic, strategical, or military, doesn't matter. And that there is a loss of credibility for the Biden administration that has to be rebuilt. Now, this is not the only crisis that he's facing. He's facing China. And here again, there might have been a mistake when he convinced the Australian, or maybe not convinced, but when together with the Australian and the UK, they decided to build nuclear submarines in Australia instead of those that Australia was committed to buy from France. I mean, he is in a difficult diplomatic situation. Now, to say that we are going to relentlessly make diplomacy, it's okay. It's okay, depending what you do. I think that in order to re-establish now American credibility, it has to be very tough with Iran. I know that maybe it's the contrary that will happen, that maybe he will want to show a success at all price, going back to the bad agreement of 2016. That's a possibility. I hope it will not happen. But I think that American diplomacy was shaken in the last months, first by Afghanistan, then by what happened with Australia and the submarines. And I hope that they will come out of this bad path.
Now, Iran, at the UN General Assembly, President Raisi stressed again that the nuclear program in Iran is just for peaceful purposes. There's a lot of information indicating the otherwise at this point, whether it's the actual reports on how much enrichment is taking place with the uranium there. Why is Iran still taking this line? Are these efforts to complicate the international response?
No, I mean, words are very cheap, David. Why not say it's for peaceful purposes in order not to alienate other countries? You say it for everybody knows, you and me and everybody who sees us know exactly that it is not for peaceful purpose. Knows exactly that Iran wants to have a nuclear bomb. And now the question is, how do we prevent it?
Are there still chances for the JCPOA, or what will Europe and the US do about this?
I think that if you return to the agreement of 2016, it's not a good agreement. After 10, 12, or 15 years, Iran can legally produce enough nuclear material to have a bomb. I mean, it's not a... But if Biden manages to really renegotiate with an Israeli input, because and perhaps not only Israeli, maybe Saudi, maybe also Egyptian, even Turk, to see that the countries of the region are deeply, deeply concerned about that. And it is a grave danger. If you ask me statistically how many chances there are, 2%, I would say.